We've just found some very, very troubling statistics about last year and the state of the atmosphere, and it is rough. They've just found out that 2014 was the warmest year on record since they began keeping track back in 1880, 135 years ago. It was the warmest year on record and 1.24 degrees above the 20th century average, which in terms of climate is actually a humongous difference. And also 6 out of the 12 months in 2014 were the hottest on record. That is half for those who can't do math. Amazing. And the warmest 13 years on record have come in the past 15. Since 2000, the warmest 13 years on record have come. Now, I've gotten in plenty of back and forths with people, debating climate change and if it's caused by humans, yada yada yada. Listen, let's make this clear right now. This is not a debate. This isn't a discussion, okay? It's right versus wrong. Fact versus fiction, truth versus lie. There is no plausible side denying climate change. Sorry. I'm simply sorry. The planet is warming at historic levels. This was the warmest year on record. And it is happening just as carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases have reached record levels in the atmosphere. Guys, for 8,000 years, there was never this much CO2 in the atmosphere. 8,000 years. But all of a sudden, the amount has exploded. That is not a coincidence. It's not. Yes, we understand that there are natural swings in the temperature long term. Of course, what do you call it? The ice ages, right? But it's never been such a quick and obvious change. These sort of things take tens of thousands of years, but it's all happening in a matter of 30, 40 years. That's unprecedented. And it's all happening in front of us. And for you to deny that, you're denying the readings of a thermometer. You're denying science. You're denying logic. Again, it's absolutely no debate. In fact, I want to show you all this graph right here. This is the total amount of peer-reviewed scientific studies done on climate change in 2013. There were nearly 11,000 of them done. 11,000. And only 2 of them, that's like 0.0001% of them, denied man-made climate change. It's not a debate, man. It's just not. However, our government's response to this crisis, you know what it is? Drill, baby, drill. Gas prices, they've plummeted. We're cracking the earth open and spilling toxic crap in our water to get some oil. And we're making, like, gangbusters, a bunch of money. Big fossil fuel, man, they're rolling. But you know what? The earth going in the exact opposite direction. We've just seen a record year on climate change. We saw California's historic drought, South America's record heat, or the historic floods and rains in southern Asia, the wettest year in France since 1959, record warmth across Europe. But just as temperatures are skyrocketing, and the amount of CO2 is skyrocketing, it's just a freaking coincidence that all of this mess is going on. I'm sorry, climate change deniers, but you're not being a human being. I'm sorry. You're just not using that human brain of yours. You're using your trillions and gazillions of neurological connections to come up with the logical analyzation. You're just not, man. You're being Bobo the monkey. Just not thinking. People, the window to act on this crisis, for those who didn't know, it is quickly closing. Before the world as we know it, it will end. Yes, you heard me right. Climate change could quickly become irreversible. Nothing we can do to stop the Earth's freight train to hell. But the fix, it is so simple. It's elementary. You know what it is? It's 3 words. No, 4. Stop using fossil fuels! People! There are so many renewable resources. The list runs across town. Nuclear power, wind power, hydroelectricity, solar power, biofuels. They're all things with just a little bit of research, just a little bit of development and cooperation and thinking and logic, we could fix this crisis. But people, the time to act is coming to a close, and it's time to make a choice. And so far, we're choosing wrong. Thank you all for listening to Progressive Talk Daily. Remember to hit the subscribe button, spam that like button, and visit the comments section below. If you want more videos like this one, check out the rest of the channel. And do not forget to spread the word to your friends and family, and your acquaintances and your associates, whoever you find a drunk on the street. Just tell them about PTD. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Woo!